So the first thing I want to go over is KDP, which is Kindle Direct Publishing by Amazon. It's a major player in self-publishing, and how you use it effectively is going to be a big determination in how well you do as an indie author. So if you have no idea what KDP is, it's kdp.amazon.com. It's where you will go to actually send your book to Amazon if you're going self-publishing. And I will go to, once you log in, it's going to look something like this. So you can see here are all my books that I have published and my prices and things like that. So since this is a marketing course, let's go over some of the key aspects as far as marketing goes. So let me click on my book Spending Spree. And again, you may or may not be familiar with this platform, but let's go to step one. If you've never seen the KDP platform before, I'm just going to go through this real quick. So it's pretty straightforward. You put your book title here. You can put your publisher, description, which we're going to talk a lot about in another video. Author, of course, your categories, which are also really important, your keywords, which are important. Again, we're going to go over all of this in the future, cover and the book itself. And the next part is pricing. And again, this is something else we're going to go over in other videos. You select your territory, the pricing. If you aren't familiar with this at all, you basically get two choices, the 35% option and the 70% option. Now you might be thinking, well, of course I'm going to select the 70% option, but if you want to price your book at 99 cents or actually below $2.99, then you have to go with the 35% option. So that's why some people would choose to do that. And there are reasons why you would want to run perhaps a 99-cent promotion, and that's what that option there is for. But what I wanted to really talk about is KDP Select. So just to clear things up a little bit, there's KDP, which is Kindle Direct Publishing, and if you're self-publishing your book, no matter what, you have to use KDP. Well, you don't have to, but for this video, KDP is where you go to directly publish your book to Amazon. Now, KDP Select is an optional program that you can join, and I want to go over the benefits of using KDP Select because it's very important. Now, let's just click here. So basically what KDP Select gives you is three things, but it comes at a price. The first is a Kindle Countdown deal, and a Kindle Countdown deal is basically if your book's $2.99 you can set the date and time that perhaps you want to run a 99% promotion, and it'll look really cool. I don't think I have an example, but let's say this book was $2.99. It would have a mark out, say it's 99 cents, and there would be a little countdown timer. So basically, this creates an action where people will see that they only have a limited amount of time to get this deal. And that's what Kindle Countdown deal gives you. Now, if you're just starting out, you're really not going to get a whole lot of benefit out of Kindle Countdown deal. This feature is probably better with someone who has a little bit more reach, so someone who has a little bit more of a platform. So if you're just starting out, then this isn't going to be too much benefit to you. What the huge benefit will be is free book promotion, and this is one of the best reasons to go KDP Select, is you are allowed 5 free days over 90 days where you can set your book to free. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, the way Amazon's algorithm works is you have those bestseller lists, right, and the popularity lists. Well, if you sell a book, that boosts your sales rank. So just so you see what I'm talking about, so this is my seller's rank for this book, which isn't very good, but if I would make a sale, this number would get a lot lower. And obviously, if you're all the way up to number 1, then you're the best seller on Amazon. So 1 is the best. So every time you make a sale, a paid sale, this number jumps up. Well, as far as the popularity lists go, if you run a free promotion, every time someone downloads your book for free, that also gives you a boost in the popularity ranks. So it's not quite as good as a paid sale, but it does help you as far as getting some exposure. And the other cool thing that it does, as you can see here, customers who viewed this also viewed, or who downloaded also downloaded, it can give you some exposure in here. If you run a free promotion with KDP and you get a few hundred downloads, then you'll start appearing here as well in certain areas. So running a free promotion, if you have no traction whatsoever, it can give you a little bit of exposure in Amazon's algorithms in various places on their website. Now, in the past, I've had some pretty good success running free promotions. My first book, Disappearance, it was it ended up being in the top 100. I ended up getting about 7,000, actually I think it was 11,000 free promotion downloads. And that got me a lot of exposure and a lot of reviews. And it really helped me when I was just starting out, getting a little bit of exposure, like I said. Spending Spree. Now, I ran a BookBub, which I'm going to talk about later, but that got me a huge amount of downloads. And once I switched from not being free to paid, I ended up getting a lot of paid sales too. So running free book promotions through KDP Select is a way to really get exposure if you're new to the game. And ad campaigns, no worries there. The third thing I want to talk about with being KDP Select is, you may have heard of the Kindle Unlimited program. That's where customers can spend $10 a month and get basically free books. Well, not free, they're paying $10 a month, but they get all the books they want that from books that are in the Kindle Unlimited program. So as you can see, a few of my books here are in Kindle Unlimited. Now, my episode 1 isn't, because it's perma-free, which is another video we're going to talk about. But my episodes 2, 3, and you're looking at 4 and 5 are in Kindle Unlimited. So what this does is people can read this book for free if they paid the $10 a month. And all I have to do is hit this read for free. They don't have to pay the 99 cents to buy it. They can just read it for free. And you earn money for every page that someone's reading. So Amazon basically has a pool of money. It's a few $1 million every month. And that's the author's share of being in this Kindle Unlimited program. So the more your books can get read, and every page a reader reads, you earn money from being part of the KDP Select program. Now, it only amounts to, a fraction of a cent per page, but it's no risk to the reader, because they're basically getting your book for free and they get to read it for free. And you can earn money from them reading your book. So that's the third big benefit of KDP Select. Now, it comes at a price, like I said. If you opt into KDP Select, the big reason, of course, the big reason too are the 3 things I mentioned. It seems like a no-brainer, but like I said, it comes at a cost. So if you opt into KDP Select, what you have to give to Amazon in return is exclusivity. So basically what that means is there's Barnes & Noble, there's Kobo, there's Apple iBooks. There's all of these great websites where you can also submit your book to. Well, if you go KDP Select, you are giving Amazon full control over your digital book. So that means you can't post your ebook on those other websites I mentioned. You have to only be in Amazon. So that's what you have to weigh in as far as what you should do if you want to be KDP Select or not. again, the three big benefits: you get a countdown deal, you get free book promotions, and you get to be in Kindle Unlimited, but at the cost of not being at the other bookstores. So that's the option that you have to weigh. And we're going to talk a little bit about this in other videos about how to make this decision. And it's not a one size fits all. If you have a few books out, you can have some books that are in KDP and some that aren't. You can really experiment with this. So if you notice you go months and months and you're not making any sales on Barnes & Noble or any of the other platforms, you can switch this book to KDP Select and see if that gives you a little boost in Amazon. Because when it comes down to it, Amazon is the huge major player in the self-publishing world and just the ebook world in general. I mean, they have a majority of the book sales that are coming out, and many authors report that Amazon can make up 90% or more of their overall sales. So if you wanted to really get the maximum from Amazon, going KDP Select would allow you to do that. But again, you have to weigh the costs and you have to experiment with this. So we're going to go over weighing this decision a little more in some of our videos in the future, but I just wanted to show you basically the KDP platform and the KDP Select, just so you are aware if you have no idea or have never heard about this before. But this is the intro to this because, like I said, KDP Select is an important thing to consider, and it gives you a lot of marketing options. So I just want to introduce it so you'll know how to more effectively do something with it in the future.